Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm in my garden. We're coming up to the end of the season now. We're in September. I think today's the 3rd and I'm going to show you what's going on in my garden. Still got a few things going and a few things are starting to perish, so I'm going to show you what's going on. Right, I'm going to start over here. As you can see, these are my Scotch bonnet plants. As you can see, got quite a lot on them still. And they've come on leaps and bounds. There's quite a few on there. Just got two now. Just wearing the gloves because we got, I don't know where all these spiders have come from this time of year. So even these ones, when they go red like this, I'll show you, you can pick them and still use them, and you can freeze these as well, which is what I do. I put them in a bag and freeze them on when I'm ready. Even the green ones like this, you can pick them in that size and still use them, and if you want to do them in cooking also, but I'm just gonna, seeing that it's still surviving, I'm just gonna leave it and then let it carry on producing. You see over here, all these have dried up now. Still got some flowers, white flowers over the back there. Those always come up every year. Don't know what they're called, but they come up every year. I've got some flowers still producing down here. Got to clear up all the rubbish. I've got some gladiolus what's starting to come out now, which is a bit late in the season, but nevertheless they're coming out. Right, I've got my cornuts in the tub. As you can see now, they're starting to straw up. I can only see one on there, one cob down in the middle there, but whether I'll get any more or not I don't know, so that's another thing. We've still got our flowers at the back. We've got some in there but they're still drying out. I've got one cucumber, I don't know if I can reach it. Got one cucumber left. Don't know if there's any on the runners going up there, because the runners have gone both in both directions, but we've got one here which I'm going to use tomorrow. So that's that here. This is my sweet potato. You can see the leaves are starting to yellow, but it's still quite healthy. Whether we got any sweet potatoes in there, the bucket's still quite heavy, so the weather what we've had, we should be alright. See my chard, it's starting to thing. Every time I cut it, it comes back up, and I've got to trim that off again. My gigantical tomato, still got some on it. Still got some what's turning colour, some big ones on there still. Some big bunches, you can see. So just going to leave that for a few more days and let that come on. This is the Calabri, what I said I won't plant again. See this as a waste of time, although this one's swelling, but it's just like a caterpillar food or whatever's eating it. I sprayed it how many times I sprayed it and I can't see nothing on it. I've picked the leaves and put it through a magnifying glass and I can't see nothing what's eating it. So don't know what's wrong with that. Then my pumpkins, you can see they're starting to dry up now. this one will soon be ready. Just gonna let that dry because they're not very big this year, but we still got some, so that's the main thing. Still getting cherry tomatoes on here, still got getting cherry tomatoes. So we've had a lot off of here this year, so we're alright with those. Right, over the back, my barbecue, you know, I've got my sweet potatoes. Just let the camera get over there. You can see I've got there's 2 pots of sweet potatoes. You can see how much they've run. They're running all over the place. So these was planted late in the season, but you can see they've put on a good run, so hopefully we should be alright with those. And tomatoes, you can see they're drying up now, but there's still tomatoes on them. I've got to pick those ones off when I've finished. This is my sweet potato. You can see it's coming on leaps and bounds. It's starting to yellow off now, so I'm going to give this about another week, and then I'm just going to see what's in them. So hopefully my peppers, you see I've got quite a lot off of these, and I've given a lot away, so I'm just going to pick some of these ones off, then I'll be back with you in a minute. So these are what I've picked off. I'm going to leave the rest to get a bit bigger and a bit longer, so every time you pick them you'll always go stand back and then you see some more to pick, but I'm just going to leave the rest till they get a bit longer. And then these now, I'll just rinse these off and they go straight in a freezer bag and go in my freezer. Just going to leave those there for now. You can see my sugar snap peas, they're finished. There's a couple of pods on there, but I think the snails have got to them. Yeah, the snails have got to these, so those are ready to pull out. Right, let's go over here. That was my experimental sweet potato, and you can see that's come on leaps and bounds. So I'm gonna let that one die down a bit more, and then I'll be harvesting that. You can see my scaredy cat plant, how much that's grown. That's done quite well this season, so every time you touch it you gotta wash your hands because it does half. It's meant to be a herb, but it's still very strong. Right, that's my other pumpkin. That's the one what I planted later, which is the bigger one. So that's basically what's going on in my garden at the moment. I've still got some French beans growing and flowering, so hopefully you might get a few more off of there before the season's ended. Come back this way. So it's just my tomatoes now what I've got to pick off and give this garden a good watering. You see, still got a lot of pears on the tree, although I've picked some already and done other things with them, but there's still quite a few more, so I'm going to pick some of those as well. And that's what's going on in the garden for now. I hope everybody's garden's done quite well this year. I think the thing what's done the best this year was the tomatoes. The corn has suffered this year, we've had a lot of chard this year. You saw my beetroots, they suffered, but I still got a few out of them. What else did we get a lot of? We still, well, we've got a lot of peppers, but we're still using them, and we got our broccoli, which we use quite a lot of, and our rachidio, and we've still got quite a decent harvest out of the garden for this year. We've still got a few things going on, so we can still bring a few more videos to you before the season's ended. I'm just looking and seeing if there's anything that I missed out. There seem to be quite a lot of spiders out, so be careful, because I've seen a few things where people's been bitten by them and it's causing rashes and that. So although you might see them look harmless and things, they're just building a web. Yeah, but if you're gonna harvest near them and that, just be careful. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave any comments in the comment section, please leave them. The other thing what I wanted to say, I've reached out to some people, but I can't get hold of them. For next year I want to try a sweet potato called Boulevard. I think it's called Boulevard, which is a big sweet potato. I'm going to try and see if I can get a big tub to put in and see what that does, because I heard that's one of the best sweet potatoes for over here. Also you can get sweet potatoes what grow in cold climates. I'm going to see if I can get hold of a couple of those as well. So we've got a lot of things coming, so just remember to like, share and subscribe. If you've got any short clips of videos or anything what you want to send along, just send them along. Even if you've got some pictures of your garden or slideshow or anything what you want to send to me, just email me and send it. If I can feature it in some of the videos over the winter period, then I'll do so. And thank you for watching the videos. Thank you to those who have subscribed so far. I know our numbers are still low, but we're just trying to build up. And if you're watching this gardening video, remember I've also got a cooking channel called Cooking with D. Remember to go over to like, share and subscribe on that one as well. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you.